Welcome to another edition of Brian's Big Idea. I am Brian Boland. I'm the aggressive growth stock strategist here at Zacks, and I'm going to take a look at 3 stocks and then show you one of our great services here at Zacks. And I'm going to say what that service is and wrap this all together at the end here. So let's take a look at 3 big stocks here that are going on. Okay, so we've got Palantir is our first one. Now, they reported earnings just the other day. PLTR, the stock went up 22%. It's over $100. It's a Zacks rank number 2 F for value because, geez, who wants to buy a stock with a 209 times forward earnings multiple? B for growth, though, so I love to see it. Now, big move up, obviously, we see on the chart from the 80 region over 100. I saw it 106. Yeah, so almost 107. Strong growth over the last little while for Palantir. If we look at the chart from a year ago, boy, we could have got the stock for $20, made 5 times our money. Let's take a look at some of these numbers here. Here is the big number. So we were break even about a year ago, maybe $20 a share. Then we started a nice little beat here, and this is a real big beat, 27%. So that beat isn't that great. What's great here is revenue growth. And of course, we don't have it as I want to show it, but growing at roughly 50%. So that is a big deal if you're growing at 50%. All right. Our next stock is something maybe you've heard of before. It's called NVIDIA. NVDA is the ticker. Zacks rank number 2. That's a buy. A for growth, D for value. This should be an aggressive growth stock. Only trading at 28 times. Not even close to the Nifty 50. DeepSeek caused a big concern here, and this stock went straight down. And I think that this is a buying opportunity for this stock. Obviously, a almost $3 trillion company, very liquid, and going to be reporting in a couple of weeks after the market, February 26th. All right, so there's tons of news all the time in NVIDIA. What are we going to look at? We're going to see, are you beating the number? They've been crushing it. They're really beating the number, but the beats got a little bit smaller. But as we can see, on an absolute basis, they're constantly moving higher, and you love to see that as an investor. All right, let's take a look at the growth here for this one. I knew that we would have it. 126%. Oh, that's earnings estimates. Brian, going to have problems. But 100, that's why I knew it was close. 111% for the fiscal year 2025, which ends in January. 129 billion. Next year, only looking at 48% growth on a gigantic scale. And that number, they tend to guide up. And so that number could move higher. All right, so I've shown you 2 big ones. I'm going to show you a little one now. This is Arbe, as they call it. Now, I know our Zacks thing calls it Industrial Tech Acquisitions Company, but it's Arbe Robotics, and it's a Zacks rank number 2, and it's a buy, F for value, D for growth. The company makes radar, multi-level, multi-scan, deep sensory radars for autonomous driving. Very small market cap, $225 million, but somewhat liquid with 11 million shares trading a day. All right, so this thing was announced as a partnership to NVIDIA, shoots up and slid all the way back to that $2.50 range. They're expected to sign a European automaker in the next coming couple weeks. And people have been saying maybe it's Mercedes, maybe it's Volkswagen, maybe it's who knows what it is, but they're expected to get to become a partner with a major European manufacturer. All right, so they beat and they missed badly, and they beat and they missed. So if you're looking at that, it's every other time. Maybe they're going to get it together and post another beat for us. Let's take a look at our revenue. Now, I know for a fact it's very small. It's a very small company. So $1 million in revenue this year. And look, that means a 40% decline. And for some reason, 7 million, but they have 40 million in commitments from China. So there could be some sticker shock when this news gets to the broader Wall Street, if you will. So 40 million in commitments to sales for other companies in China. And if they sign a European automaker, I would expect to see that commitment number increase significantly. All right. So how do we know though if these are great stocks to buy or not? Well, I like to say there's insiders, and if insiders are buying these stocks, that's a great thing because insiders can either buy, hold, or sell the stock that they're given that they've earned by working there. Now, most of the time, they're going to get this stock and they're going to sell it, and that's part of their compensation. And who wants to be, sometimes a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, right? So a lot of times they sell, and you only hear about it big time if they sell a vast amount of their stock. But for the most part, when they're buying stock with their own money, that means they really believe in the company. So what do? We have this service here at Zacks, and it is called Insider Trader. It's run by Tracy Reinick. There she is. She's right there smiling for us. She gives us basically a nightly commentary of what's going on in the market. And she's back from jury duty, I see. Unbelievable. Way to go, Tracy. So doing her public service. But she's going to tell you about all the stocks that are being bought by insiders and then leverages the Zacks rank to come up with the very best ones. And then she's going to give you information about the stock market in a broader sense as well. She also runs the investor service, Zacks Stock Investor. So then highlights for, value investors. Trouble saying that one. Sorry, Tracy. All right. So she runs both these. She's a very busy girl. She does jury duty. She does insider trader. She does value investor. Be sure to check it out. All right. That's it for this time. Be sure to join me next week when I have another big idea. Until then, why don't you go to Zacks.com/promo to check out all of our latest promotions.